am Riya Verma and I am delighted to welcome you all to today's session. Joining us today is an inspiring entrepreneur from Jammu, the city of temples, who is leading an innovative movement in waste management and sustainability. Every day, countless flowers are offered in temples and shrines across the city, only to be discarded and end up polluting rivers like the Tavi or decomposing in landfills. But today's guest saw an opportunity in this overlooked problem and turned it into a meaningful solution. We are honored to have with us Ms. Payal Sharma, founder and CEO of JK Aromatics and Herbal LLP. Her venture is repurposing floral waste from temples and mosquitoes into eco-friendly, natural and therapeutic products. Welcome to Krishi Jagran Payal.
Thank you.
So Payal, it's wonderful to have you here. Could you begin by telling us how the idea of repurposing temple flowers, floral waste into eco-friendly products first came to you?
Yeah. So my name is Payal. I'm the founder of JK Aromatics and Herbs LLP. I have done MBA in Agribusiness Management. That's because I had a natural interest towards agriculture and nature related things. That's why I did my MBA in this. And after that, I was thinking about what to do next. So that is when I saw my city and observed it closely. What are its requirements? So as we know, Jammu is city of temples, and we found that being the city of temples, it, like devotion, like people are devoted to the temples and gods, and they offer their flowers, they worship and they offer flowers out of love for their gods and the goddesses. But what I saw in during my research, that these flowers were dumped by the temple uh, caretakers, the people. They used to dump it into landfills which are present either at the back side of the temple, or either they collect it, keep on collecting it, and after a few days they go to rivers like Tavi, which is our uh, city's famous river Tavi. So they dump it in the water bodies, which leads to pollution. So I came up with the idea, why not we preserve the natural water bodies and our environment from landfills, pollutions. So we need to rescue this thing happening. So I came up with the idea of JK Aromatics and Herbs, where we started by first researching about all these things, and when we found the loopholes, we started working on that, and we started to make a little with our little efforts, because we don't have large funding available at the moment. So with our little resources, whatever we could do, we started and we started thinking like, what can we make out of these flowers which we will collect. And that's how the idea came up. And during the research process, I found out that there are a lot of things we can make, like incense sticks, dhoop, havan samagri, havan cups, and even the essential oils which we use, we can use it for making the soaps and things like this. And many ideas came up which I worked upon, and I made some prototypes also, so people liked that. So after that, when we incorporated the company JK Aromatics and Herbs LLP, we started selling the few products, and it was a hit in the uh, my local city. So everybody was loving it. So that's how we started this whole thing.
That's really wonderful journey. So, Jammu, being a city of temples, generate a large volume of flowers offering daily. Can you explain how JK Aromatics collects and process this waste into natural products?
Yes, sure. So what we do, when we started working on this, we found that with the flowers people offer at the temple, there were some clothes and some plastic pieces also, some chूड़ियाँ जैसे glasses है ना, these things also come with the thrown with the discarded temple floors. So we incorporated a approach in which we educated the temple people to start. We encouraged them to actually segregate the discarded flowers at the temple level. So at the temple premises we encourage this effort. So now we get the offerings like flowers separated, and the plastic and the clothes and the glasses, these things are separated. So the segregation part happens there. And after that, about the transportation thing, we use our um, own transport method to bring it to our processing unit. Our processing unit is right now in my home only. So in my house there is a little constraint of area, like it is small. So for big operations we are looking for a bigger unit. So we are working on that, so hopefully we'll get a bigger unit soon. So uh, so after the flowers they reach our premises, then we do the cleaning and the sorting of that. So the flowers have the aroma, natural aroma in that. To preserve that, we use like shade drying and natural drying process techniques we adopt, so that the natural fragrance little bit it is there in the flowers. So after the drying we crush them into flower powder, and we use some natural ingredients. No charcoal is used, no chemicals are used. So we use some fine wood powder, some herbal blends we use. We mix them with the dried flower powder and some essential oils we use, so we make our own recipe of that. So for different aromas there is different recipe. Like for rose we have essential oils of rose and some herbs. So we have a different variety in incense and dhoop sticks and dhoop cones, like rose, mogra, lavender, nargis, and sandal, rudraksh. We have a unique blend. In market we don't find incense of rudraksh, but we offer that. So jasmine, we are working on incorporating more fragrances also. So this is how we make the final products, which are like uh, eco-friendly and a zero waste product. Because after burning the incense stick or the havan cups or the dhoop sticks, the ash is also pure, and you can use that into the flower pots in the natural gardening you do at your home. So it is a zero waste product. So nothing waste is going out in the environment, it is only getting utilized. So even the end product, which is the ash after burning the incense, is also used in your home gardening. So which will enhance the nutrient capacity of your flowering I mean in your home gardening. It will enhance the ash of that product will also enhance it. So it is a zero waste product and eco-friendly product. And so we also do quality checks at rigorous quality checks are also performed. Like if a product is not doing well, we'll make on making a few changes in that. So quality checks are also performed. We take customer feedbacks also, if they like the aroma or not. So like a sandal aroma is very popular among everyone. So uh, we'll make sure that the quantity is maintained, the aroma is same throughout. So it depends upon the recipe and the use of the essential oils. So care has to be taken on that level to ensure the quality. Yeah.
The This is quite a nice initiative, Payal. Uh,
Thank you.
we were not like many of the viewers, or were also not are not aware about the Rudraksh, like essential
Yeah.
the essence. Like it's really quite new, so we'd love to know more about it. Without further ado, many people might not realize the environment damage caused by discarded temple waste. Could you elaborate on the kinds of pollution this create and how your initiative helps combat it?
Yeah, pollution. Actually, when we discard the waste or the floor waste into the landfills, it is a landfill burden. Because when the large quantities are thrown into the landfills. uh, like when I was doing the research, I found the at the back side of the temple premises they had a huge pit in which they used to uh, occasionally dump the flowers and all. During the festivals it was such a huge dumpage of the floral waste, so because of which the anaerobic decomposition of the material takes place. During the anaerobic decomposition, methane, which is a potent greenhouse gas, methane is released, which contributes to the climate change. So it is harmful for the landfill burden. So for water pollution, and when they dump it into the water bodies, what happens, the dumped waste, it depletes the water of its natural quality. It depletes the oxygen level in the water bodies. Because of the depleted oxygen level in the water bodies, the marine life gets affected. So the fishes, the small marine aquatic life which is going on in the water bodies, it completely disrupts that. So it's very harmful for them. So we cannot sustain the marine aquatic life further. So we need to stop that dumping into the water bodies. And soil degradation also happens when we dump it into the soil. It depletes the contamination. It leads to the disruption of the natural nutrient balance of the soil. So these kinds of pollution, it not only affects the environmental health, the aquatic health, but overall health of the public also, because it leads to the creation of mosquitoes. And we know malaria is such a life threatening disease in many cases. So it leads to, so we to stop all this, it is a collective effort at our level, at the people at the temple and the general public. uh, it's a collective effort to stop this
That's really
pollution.
nice. So, your products like incense stick and Havan cups are not only sustainable but also therapeutic. Could you share more benefit about it? The products offer. Also, you can showcase the products here and also tell our viewers what makes them unique. Over to you, Payal.
Yes. In our products, we use 100% natural flower petals, which are infused with natural essential oils. Like J&K is famous for lavender. Lavender is only grown in J&K only because of the environment which is available here. Like saffron, we know, lavender, we know it's only grown in J&K. So lavender essential oil we get from the farmers, and we use it in our products. Like this is incense cone. So incense cones, in this we are using lavender essential oils. Some dhoop sticks we make like this dhoop sticks, in which we are using mogra essential oils. So we make dhoop sticks also. So earlier you saw these incense cones. Now dhoop sticks, these have dried flowers in them. So and we infuse the herbs natural blends with essential oils. Like in this we have used mogra essential oil. So what it does is it enhances the mood. Because when the natural essential oils, they when you burn them, and the natural aroma is infused into the air, it enhances your mood. Because there are many research done which shows that using essential oils can enhance your mood swings also. When you are disturbed, you are having some trouble, and you are tensed, you just take out our incense stick and burn it, and it will certainly help. It will not reduce your tensions, but it will definitely enhance your mood into a gentle and into a much calmer it will make your nerves calm, and it can improve your sleep pattern also in some way. And we don't use charcoal, so that's a plus point, because with the use of charcoal and synthetic perfumes, irritates your uh, uh, it irritates your nose. You can get some sneeze, and some people sneeze because of that. Some get headache because of synthetic perfumes. But we have these natural essential oils in our incense sticks, which people uh, who have used it repeatedly, which are our repeated buyers, they tell us that with the use of our products, they feel so soothing and calm, that they don't want to buy the charcoal ones and the synthetic perfume ones. They want to buy our incense sticks only. So that's a plus point.
That's really great, Pile. Indeed, the fragrance also uh, trigger our nostalgia as well, as research has been found.
Yeah.
So as a women agripreneur, you must have faced a lot of struggle. Please share us with those struggle, and also what message would you like to give to the other inspiring entrepreneurs, especially women looking to work in sustainability and social enterprise?
Yeah, you are right, because as a woman entrepreneur, and especially in the field of agripreneurship, there are not many mentors available in my landscape, to be honest. So we are constantly lacking in that part. So it's always a struggle when we go out and meet people, like there are societal expectations. They don't expect a woman leading a enterprise and going out and coming out and meeting people and everything. They generally, there is a acceptance level, there is little hesitation in people. So some people are very rude also sometimes. Sometimes good people, there are many encouraging and sweet people. Most of them are women who are sweet and encouraging, on that note. So so initial hesitations there are, and there are sometimes there people are have skepticism, and about matlab, a woman coming out like this. So these are the struggling things which we face. And of course the finance part is also, because there are not much funding available in small towns like Jammu. So there are not much opportunities available, especially for women. So there are stereotypes, so that is for what we are working to break the stereotypes. So we are working on that, one day at a time. So little by little with our efforts, so we are trying to overcome. So it is always a trial and error method. In situations like these, we sometimes we win, sometimes we, when we don't win, we learn with our trial and error. So gender biases is there, but we are also working to overcome that every day.
So
Yes.
that's great. Like every like in each area women are doing that, and we are really great that uh, we are equaling being part of the society as well, and we are contributing this at the same level. So what are the messages you want to convey to the budding agripreneur, especially the
Yeah,
women sector?
especially the women. Okay, so it is a great honor for me to give anyone this advice, or whatever you call a message. So I would like to tell them to believe in your vision. Never underestimate your vision, and be true to your values. When you are true to your values and you have a vision, work on that, do research on that, and find your tribe. This is very important, to find your tribe. Because when there will be days when there will be no motivation, you will be so lost and so depressed. that time you need your people with you who will motivate you. Sometimes it doesn't come from you, but a friend who will tap on your shoulders and will tell you everything will work out. So you need to find your tribe. That is the tribe is found when you connect with people, you meet with people, you find mentors along the way, other entrepreneurs, like-minded individuals who can offer you guidance, support and encouragement. So networking is valuable. So when you work upon your vision and you go out, research and work on it, take the action, that is when the impact is that is when the impact comes out of your work.
That's quite insightful. So, Pyle, your work is perfect example of turning a problem into purpose. It's been incredible, inspiring to learn how JK Aromatics and Herbs is transforming temple waste into products and that are not eco-friendly but also enriching lives. We wish you and your team continued success in creating a cleaner, greener, and more inclusive future. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.